Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have a few duplicates and triplicates, and Egypt stands out as the play to make here for 26. Okay, still have some duplicates. I have typed on my rack, and words like petty, any four-timers jumping out. Not seeing. I'm looking at type words. Typered, no. Petered, pretted. Okay, that's gone. Well, it's frustrated. Opponent doesn't really provide much option for me here. I was looking at a Y play, but I can't get two directions with the Y, so that's a shame. Jotty is good. That sorts out the duplicates and a good rack leave. Only 17 points though. Y plays above IN, but that's where the story ends. Yeah, I think I will go with Jotty. 17. Duplicates again. I have the prefix and the prefix. Reappeared through a P and oh no, it's way too long. Predator. Predator. No, I don't think that's a thing. Although the T does look like it helps the rack. Opponent bingos. Reparted. Yeah, I think reparted is... And reparted. Or departer. That should be good. Departer is definitely good. For 72, just want to have a look at this N. There might be a better score there. Pardoner. Pardoner doesn't get... Or repardon. Can you repardon? No, it would be ON, not EN. So that's no good. What about the P? Dapperer. That looks pretty good. Dapperer. Yeah, I draw the Z, and zloty is good. So ozeki. Wow, I have ozeki on the rack. I quite like that word. O-Z-E-K-I. Can't identify a great spot for it currently. 39's not bad, but it does give back score. Man, that takes a H, but IH not a common letter formation. What about... Oh, I can't play across the top of TE. That'd be a nice Z hotspot. Nothing. I've got cam and OK. 27. Pretty good rack leave. Do I definitely not have a bingo here? Zloty plays quite nicely here, but gives score back to opponent, which would cancel out my score. Zloty also plays here for 34. Ah, this isn't a bad spot. 41. Less volatile. What about just Zek? Oh, 56. Wow, that's tempting. That is tempting. Okay, here goes. I draw trigonal through an N. Not many floaters on this board. Okay, opponent plays in the top there. 25. Now, is there a 7 here? These tiles look pretty good. Gladiator through a D and an A. That's not happening. What about this E? That looks quite useful. Ligatory. No, legatory. Trigonal. What about this T? Alligator through an A. Oh, not enough squares there. The E definitely looks like it helps this rack. What about lag? 23. I'm sure I missed something there with that E. Anyway, shocking pickup. I don't know about lag. I just couldn't see a great play there. Okay, opponent bingos. I've got QI and QI there. Yeah, not seeing a better Q spot elsewhere. One last scan around the board. Yeah, this looks alright. 26. Got these couple of duplicates to sort out. Opponent scores well there in the top right and establishes a lead. Fin and 4 sorts the rack out. The duplicate tiles, that is. Riff underneath. Nah, this is a better rack leave. Bitonal, not quite. Orbital. Okay, opponents keeps that lead, forging ahead. Looking to get and play under there with chin. Torn, that looks alright. Does create a super hot spot for an S hook. And I don't have an S, but I need to score. That's 28. What about Bok? Yeah, I'm going to play this. It's safer. Not great. I no longer have an IRN play, I don't think. Yeah, that's a shame. I could just play net. $24. Hotspot created. Not crazy about it. Where does my H... Oh, the H plays here, but what kind of play would end IH? Very few. Especially with no vowel to go under the P, so I can forget about that. Thread is good. Does opponent's play help me? Don't think so. Thread for 24. It's a shame not to get better action from my H. Hid. 27. It's a better score. Not a great rack leave, but a balanced bag as far as vowels and consonants go. Do I really want to risk a rack full of consonants? Thread. It's a safer play for 3 fewer points. Okay. Okay, opponent scores well with the X. Very well. Unfortunately, I've got nothing to go under the X. To unvalue, no. Unavail. To unavail of the offer. Might be an I in there somewhere. Down to below time. Vor. Vor looks alright here. Vera and Vo, that looks alright. 26, yeah. Okay, I do now have an O. Okay, opponent plays there. Looking at a parallel Anna. I fear this gives back too much to opponent. It's 25. What about Lown? Enol. Yeah, 24. Ouch. That's a sight for sore eyes. And almost certain defeat now. Yeah, look how bingo-y those tiles are. Anyway, one of us had to go into the end game the underdog. I have AUA here. AUA here is better actually. Down to 1 minute 30. Exxon is good. Opponent probably has the N. And yeah, he'll... Any front hooks? Enol, Menol, Genol, Denol, nope. Mog and Git, Mode, and Dit. Oh, opponent takes that spot. And Mob, 25. Any better spots? Yeah, I couldn't see anything better there. And a Doge. No, a Doge is not good. I wonder if I should have looked to go out in 2 there, but I don't know if I could have. I mean, I probably could have played something elsewhere. Paua is good. P's are all gone, both gone. Urea is good. A. Okay, opponents. Yeah, he's obviously won 28 points. Doge is good. $15. $30 seconds. Mained. Gate. $31. Opponent still, yeah, he'll go out with GU. And that's the end of the game. So 450 to 429. Thank my opponent for the game. Let's see what we missed. Wow, another close one at the end there. That rack full of vowels just killed me, that second or third last rack. Anyway, Egypt for 26 looks fine. Onioned opponent had for, or co-joined, is the other bingo, and ozonide and Eidolon. Okay, a few bingos there. Opponent went with done. Typed for 22, Jotty for 17. Typed. Actually, I do like that. It sorts the duplicate out, gets rid of what I needed to. Surprised I never thought of that after putting the word type on the board previous to my opponent's move. Anyway, not a huge miss. Jotty, and then Paisano, Anopia's Pacation and Adaption, a few others there, and not Anopia's, Pandora and Dappera. Oh, Pandora was actually getting the P doubled. Pandora, that would have been better by 2 points. And then Canoeman, opponent had, or Canoe Man. So through various floaters, he went with Main. Zek for 56 was best here. And then no bingo, but Souse for 42. Zex and Souse. Very nice. Lag for 23. I'm surprised. It was best from that position. And then Lutenist 82. Opponent went with Luteans and established a small lead. Chief at 26 kept me in pace. And then Vise for 42 was huge. With Zex keeping a blank on the rack, albeit with 2 eyes, but that was handy. Fro for 24, 4 for 24 seems fine. And Fixity, wow. Opponent had Fixity for 38, keeping W blank. Went with If. Obeat for 33, but Bok for 28. Now, Obeat 6F. 6F. Obeat and Manat. Very nice. 33 points, keeping it tight. Manat. I should have known that, Manat. I was just thinking of the hooks there. But Bok was pretty good, I thought. Not a terrible rack leaf. Close equity scores. So still happy with that one. Will. 26 points. Opponent went with Y for 21. Not far off the pace. And now I had just the one vowel, and I thought thread or thin. Where was thin? 11H. Okay. Telt. UHIN. Thin. That's not bad for 29. Thread for 24. Okay. Yeah, I think thin was slightly better there. And then Rex for 42 was opponent's best. He spotted that one. Now Vor for 21. A few. I think I did play Vo for 26 with a bit of a shocker of a rack leave. But I just thought I had to keep up with opponent because he had a 37-point play and I didn't want to be scoring in the low teens. So I went with Vo at 3M. 28 equity versus 17. Big difference. Yeah, maybe Vor would have been better. 3B. I think I initially did think of that. And then saw Vera and Vo. But too many vowels on the rack. Maybe I should have gone with my original thought. Vor. Anyway. Bice for 29. Opponent wouldn't have had that spot. Although a really nice rack. And then Orla for 24. Across the top of Bice. Yeah, that's probably going to be the play. Orla for 24. I went with Enol for 24. Now, Surfy for 22. Okay, that's not bad. A good rack leave. 8 in the bag. and he went with gloss through the disconnected floaters. That was actually a good way of getting rid of what he needed to get rid of. 2 U's to come though, so I don't know about keeping that U back. As it happens, I seem to pick them up, but AUA for 23 was best here. Now, opponent had 2 bingos, Virtuoso and Risoluto, both from 1A onto the O. Tricky to spot. Virtuoso with the blank as a V. I might have spotted that one because I have played it before. I think it's good with an I as well. Virtuosi. Not sure actually, I need to check that. So those were the 2 bingos. Opponent went with a Rotti and then Maidify for 36. That would have put me pretty much level with opponent, 1 point behind, 2 points behind. So Maidified would have left an M in the trip lane. That's an interesting one. I went with Now, opponent has 6. If I have to go out first here, so a plan out in 2, a play like something across the bottom here. What were the options? 13G, yeah, a play like Mead, MEAD, and then I've got GOU, but GOU's not great for going out. Yeah, Duomo 1D. Duomo, that's quite nice actually. So 22 puts me on 395. I'm still 16 behind, and then opponent has, I don't think I can win from this position, to be honest. Unless there's a great AGE play somewhere. Nah, not seeing it. Anyway, Maidify, I went with for 25, and then Snow for 28 was opponent's best, and Gage for 31 was best. There were no outplays. So that was the end of the game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.